At 5, off the top tonight, a simple trip to the store for a Coke and chips ended up costing a 70-year-old Andrew Johnson his life on Friday.
That's right, Devin. And now, through their grief, Johnson's family is speaking out in hopes of finding who was behind the wheel of that car that killed him. Let's get to Priya Mann. She spoke to his family today. Priya, I can't imagine how sad they are, but how are they coping with this?
Well, they're just devastated Johnson was killed in a hit and run, but they also tell me he had a very difficult life. He'd struggled with addiction issues for years. They tell me to some degree they're thankful he can finally rest in peace, but they're heartbroken with how he died. Now, Johnson was with another friend here where I'm standing, and they were walking to that party store to buy chips and pop when they were killed crossing the street.
Just left him there to die.
70-year-old Andrew Johnson was killed in a hit and run Friday night.
I get a phone call. Andrew went to the store. He wasn't supposed to go. He got hit by a car. He's dead.
Johnson was a client at an addiction recovery center in Northwest Detroit. He left the center with another client to buy chips and a pop.
He wanted to go to the store to get his snacks, and he left out the house and went.
The two men were crossing 7 Mile at Sussex when they were hit by a driver who kept going.
If you hit them, stop and go back and see how they're doing. You know, don't just keep going.
Johnson was the eldest of 6 and shared his passion for music with his younger sibling.
He would sing to me Nat King Cole songs. I'm going to sit back down there and write myself a letter. You know, that was my brother.
For years, Johnson was an auto worker. In the 60s, he also served in the Army.
He would come home in his military uniform, and you know, I could just see him, and you admired him.
After overcoming so much, a grieving family hopes the driver turns themselves in.
Follow your heart and do the right thing. I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you. Do the right thing.
Now, Detroit police are reviewing security video from that gas station behind me. The driver may have stopped at that gas station before taking off. Now, Detroit police telling me they did recover a vehicle just a few blocks from where I'm standing, but they're not sure if it's the vehicle in question. They're waiting for their evidence techs to go through it before they know more. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Now, Priya, I thought I heard you say that Johnson was walking with another person. What do we know about their condition?
Well, he's a 70-year-old man. He was also a client with Johnson at that recovery center. They were both allowed to leave. It was still well within curfew. That man remains in critical condition in the hospital.
All right. Our Priya Mann reporting for us live.